You are not froze. Am I froze? Are you froze? Are you froze?
No.
Oh my God. All right, guys. Welcome to
Got
Jupiter's
yourself in
Love.
mid sentence like what?
Yes, he stopped doing that. Welcome to Jupiter's Love, guys. I am your girl. Talk about it, Takina. That is my crazy king. Iconic. Looking super handsome over there. Super, super handsome.
Yeah, I had to put myself together last night because I went to a concert that didn't really end up being a concert.
Yeah, that was whack.
Yeah,
All right, guys. So I feel like really big compared to you. Like
that's
I'm
because
sitting on
uh,
I'm in my thirds and you sitting in your lower thirds. We took video training. We sitting in the thirds.
yeah,
Anywho, so we are gonna try something new. We're gonna bring you some really needed topics and conversation. We're gonna start. This is probably gonna take us probably the next 6 months, just really working on building relationships, making them stronger, effective communication, throwing some long distance um, things that we'll talk about, and how to keep intimacy going in the relationship. So,
for example, what I just sent you.
oh, yes, yes.
Explain what to them what I just sent you.
So, I received a text that said, fuck me. And I responded, okay, we want each other. Yeah,
In
yeah.
the worst way.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we'll talk about those types of things, ways of keeping the spark and the flame alive, long distance, navigating through different things that you would deal with in a relationship. I think we have some great titles that are going to help people. But let's talk about today's title: The Art of Apologizing and Making Amends in a Relationship. And I think this is one that really put us where we're at today, honestly.
Yeah, because we've talked about it in other videos and whatnot. So you know, when we started back talking as friends and trying to be friends, trying to be there for each other, and um, she's going through her hardship, and I'm doing my best to be there mentally, emotionally for her. It just it it just went into other things because other things had to be addressed to even be able to heal from what she was going through. Like it, in a way, it all tied together.
And did.
So the one thing that I commend her on and I praise her on is the fact that when she at the time that she took accountability even for the things that I was thinking but wasn't sure to tell her or whatever have you, because again we was just friends talking, trying to get through life and all that stuff. When she took accountability for that stuff, it was like wow, definitely she's definitely grown, and to the point where I was even for her, even for
That was
her,
us.
even well for me and her, it was like where have you been all this time? We've been going through life and life's been hitting us hard and stuff. It was like, where have you been? no, where have you been? Because what you just said is like mind blowing. So she took accountability, and I was always doing my best to take accountability for what I was doing. I tried my best to always tell her, well, I reacted in such and such way because you said, or you reacted in this way, and vice versa. Um, One thing in trying to build your relationship is you need to be okay with taking accountability for your actions, your words, everything. And you have to be mindful of that stuff. You can't say, "Oh, the alcohol did it. Oh, the drugs did it." Or case in point, what we was doing because we was in that mindset, "Oh, the devil made me do it." Yeah, none of that works when you are trying to make your relationship be the best it can be. None of it works. You're only hurting yourself by trying to put the blame on something else.
Yeah. And I think even I may have to step out. Jazz needs my laptop. Um, but even the fact of apologizing, like even for me, it freed me. Like everything that he's saying was, I mean, it everything just I don't even like it just was smooth all the way across. And what I mean by that is taking accountability was me saying I apologize for this situation, or I apologize how I reacted. I apologize for not understanding. I apologize for not listening. I apologize for whatever. So it was apologizing and taking accountability, which to me is just neck and neck.
Yeah.
Um, so
So
I just
go
go ahead.
ahead. Which one? We need red light, green light, go.
No, you go ahead.
Well, if you need to step out and just fling that laptop to her.
Well, I'm gonna have to log her in because there's a code on it.
Oh, okay.
But
Well,
just what I don't. She
I'm
hasn't
gonna
responded back yet. It's
do my
fine.
best to wing it without you, cause you my wing man. But I do kind of look good right now. Like, look at the beard, it's bearding. Yes, yes, people. I will tell you right now. I do touch up the beard with color, and I try to keep this little piece right there. Let it be known. Yeah, some of it's gray, but some of it's black. And majority of my beard is black, but there are some spots where it's like, eh. But like right here, a lot of it's like from here on down, like straight down, it's gray, and then everywhere else is like more black than gray. Um,
I oh, speaking of a side note from the thing, did you get those? Like, I think I sent you 3 groups that have popped up.
yeah, I seen them. I didn't go into them, but I seen them right when I was in the car on my way back to my car,
Okay,
so I didn't really look too much into it.
okay. I thought they were interesting, and the reason why I brought that up is because one of them was like bearded and something. It was a bearded group, and I thought, yeah,
You
yeah.
think I can? You think
I
I
think,
got it?
yeah, like I don't know. Personally, when I see them, I think I forgot they're called fox or something. The gray
Silver,
bearded. What is
silver
it?
hair fox,
Huh?
silver hair fox.
Yeah. So all of that, I think is just a very sexy, sophisticated look. I just do. I don't know. Own it. I got my grays, but I will be dyeing them red. But I'm just saying, for a
Yeah.
man, okay, might be a thing. I don't know. It look good on you though, and I be
Thank you,
wanting people to feel, huh?
thank you, baby.
Yes. Okay, so let's get back to the subject of apologizing, making amends in relationships. So I'm gonna put my 2 cents on what you're saying because you're doing a very good job. Um, so my dad passed. We were not together. I was like, I think at that point, I was over dating. But at that point, I was over it. Um, no, never mind. Anyways, so my dad passed, and I that was the beginning of my spiritual journey because, as he said, we were trying to be friends, and he was being supportive of me and trying to help me get through that moment. And in being in the spiritual class for a matter of a couple of weeks,
Shout out to Comedic Centered Living.
yes,
Y'all can find them on YouTube. Shout out to teacher Reginald Kuakaru
yes,
for enlightening us and all that stuff. So
I don't know where we would be without those chain of events. I don't know where we would be right now. It was the situation at hand is whatever, but without those chain of events, we would not be here right now. We probably wouldn't be talking. We probably wouldn't be remarried. We wouldn't have started dating. We wouldn't have apologized. I probably would be hating men because, man, we would just not be here. So those chain of events were for us,
yeah,
all everything. We got to a point where we needed to heal ourselves, a- and so just I don't even know how it came about. Um we just I personally was just like, look, let me own my shit. Let me own my shit. Let me own everything because at that moment it's like when you have problems, you have you have those problems that are there that you're arguing about, like, oh, the toothpaste, blah blah blah, but it's really not the toothpaste that you're arguing about. So when you really think about what is really going on, what is the deeper issue here, and you own the fact that, hey, if I would have listened to this person and understood, like, if they're out there cheating, or if they're talking to other women, or if they're looking at other women or whatever, they have needs that need to be met. And instead of acknowledging that, you're arguing about what they're doing because of what they're not getting. And if you step up to the plate and say, hey, I'm not giving you enough attention, or what can I do to help your needs or satisfy your needs or whatever, because on the flip side, I have needs and wants too. So if I'm arguing with you about something, it's because I'm not getting what I want either. So if
yeah,
we both can help each other, then there's no more arguing.
yeah. It's a two-way street. When you're upset, when life is lifing, and you're upset with your partner, it could be about they not taking into accountability of your how much work you got to go, how much work you got to do day in day out, and they want you to do this, that, and the other. But then on the flip side, like
You go ahead, baby. I'm gonna hand her this laptop.
I would see my wife like take on a lot of work responsibility, and it's like, but in my eyes it wasn't a lot, so I didn't understand, well, why can't I get this, that, and the other from you, because what I'm seeing is it's not a lot. I'm not understanding, and I don't know her plate, but it was my perception that was off. um Case in point, um the sound back there threw me off. Okay, so it was just a lot of things like work related. The romantic part of it, it's like, you know, I'm here, I'm home, it's nighttime, it's time to go to bed, you know, I'm up in the room, My baby is down in the office doing work. And it's like, it's like Miss Nasty time. But instead of me telling and letting her know that, yo, right now I really do need your touch, your feminine, uh, your feminine essence around me, I would just get mad and, maybe go off to sleep. And she probably would have came up, seen that I was sleep, and went back down. Who knows? I was asleep. Or, and I'll wake up in the middle of the night, where's my baby or whatever. And my mind playing tricks on me. I'm trying to listen or whatever. Now I'm thinking, okay, if I'm not getting any and we in the house, then what is she doing? So now you trying to listen and it's quiet, but now you only hear your heartbeat going doom, 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 doom. So now you think, is that my heartbeat or is she getting pounded down there? Because you're not open and honest with your partner first. No, well, you need to be open and honest with yourself first. Then bring your partner in. I should have told her time and time again, hey baby, I need your touch, I need you to be around me, or I need you to do to make me feel good, or whatever, and vice versa. She needed me to be in the office sometime to help her out or to give her other things. I could have did that, but me being upset that she's not coming to bed with me, it's like, nah, I ain't finna do that. You gotta get to a place to let that go. Let it go. Open up. Um, I understand a lot of us men, we grow up with other men saying, "Hey, you keep that to yourself. You keep that to yourself. You're a man. You work through it. It is what it is." No, no. The perfect relationship is, and this is with your partner. The perfect relationship is when each of you all provide a place, a safe haven for the other to be able to just say, here, here is the side of me that I've kept private. Here is the side of me that I've kept locked away. Here is the side of me that I'm afraid that the love that I want to show you will not be reciprocated. Start loving yourself so you can have somebody love you. Understand that love should not hurt. It should not hurt. And if love hurts, then it's not being reciprocated. But you have to come to a place with yourself that you are okay and willing to open yourself up. There is nothing that my baby don't know about me or don't know how I'm feeling. Again, we already said it. I sent her a text message saying, "Hey, right now, that's what I'm feeling." Hell, little do y'all know, I've been feeling like that for some days now, and I've been telling her that or letting her know. But the fact that we're long distance is not much that she can do. It's not much that I can do. But allowing her to know, it makes it makes it worthwhile. You know, you don't worry, dudes. Y'all got PUSS. You know what I'm saying? And you got your girl. She could be on the phone, FaceTime. Hey, anything to tie you over until y'all can physically meet up, go for it. So long distance isn't hard. It's only hard when you think, hey, I don't fully trust that person. That's the only time it makes it hard.
Yeah, and I see a lot of that. I see the trust, and trust you have to heal within yourself to be able to trust someone else. Like, people say long distance relationships, number one, don't work or fail because of trust. Number one reason. And trust is because you have, to me, it's insecurities within yourself when it comes to other people around your the person you're with. It's not even them, it's the insecurities. Oh, she has a big butt, she's going to be around him. Or who is that over there, who's that voice, who, oh, so it's just different things. It's not necessarily that person, it's your insecurities within yourself, and then you reflect onto the person you're dealing with or whatever. If you heal all of this, those trust issues, insecurities, to me, just disappear.
Case in point, case in point, y'all, and I'm saying y'all as in whoever feels this way about long distance relationship, you're worried about such and such cheating. Yet when you all are together in the same state or whatever, you're still worried about such and such cheating. Where's the in between? Where's the in between? If you think they're gonna cheat with you in the same state and in a different state, that's on you. That really is on you. You need to seek some type of counseling to heal and get over what you feeling. Because yes, if they're gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat. But you can allow them the opportunity to at least tell you how they feeling. But no, you don't want to create a safe place because you want to always push your agenda, how you is, how you feel. No, allow a two-way street, because I guarantee you, if you allow a two-way street, you'll really understand who's who you dealing with. I know who I'm. Oh, right there. I know who I'm dealing with. She know who she dealing with. It ain't nothing. She could say that she's seen a very handsome man. Okay, it's not like I can go and close her eyes. She need her eyes to see, read. She. But you getting, ooh, don't look, don't look. Come on now, she gonna look. She gotta look. I gotta look. I drive for a living. I gotta look. Oh yeah, I done drove by a girl with a big booty. So if you gonna cheat, then you don't need to be in a relationship.
I mean, for us, prime example, and just trying to stay on topic, but add in those other things that,
I'm gonna be right back, baby. But
okay,
I can still hear you.
okay. So for us, when you apologize and release yourself from all of those things that you got going on inside, when you apologize and you own your shit, then it makes room for all the good, because harboring those all of that negative heavy energy really does something to you. It weighs you down, it holds you back. And a lot of people are like, oh, this person's holding you back or this and that. No, it's the stuff you got going on inside of you. For me, there's nothing that anyone can say to me that I'm like, look, we good over here. And what I mean by that is the trust. We're 1,200 miles apart. That's a lot of miles. Because you think about 4 miles, that's a lot. You got 1,200. So that we're not with each other 24/7. We don't see each other even every week. I wish we could. That would be great. But we're not there yet. Um, a lot of people would want to believe, and I've had people say little things to me. There's no way that this person's being faithful for this amount of time. For us, yes, it is. Yes, it is. And the reason being is because we operate off of the our hot with a side of D. And so for someone to say, no, there's no way that someone's being faithful for this amount of time. Yes, it is, because we operate off of honesty, openness, transparency, and being direct.
Mm-hmm.
And all of those, one would say, okay, well, maybe it's the same thing. No, it's being honest, being open, being transparent, being direct. If if I say, so I could beat around the bush and say, well, I seen something on Facebook. I could beat around the bush to say there's something that I don't like that I seen, or someone did something, or I could say, so you said this to the girl, or being direct and saying this is exactly what I saw and I didn't like it, or being transparent and saying I seen this girl last night, she was, I was feeling her. That's being transparent. You being train you opening up. I'm not hiding nothing from you.
Yeah, and she she kind of briefly said it. That's what I had told her last night on my way back to the house. Like I went to, well, first of all, my guy, him and his girl had extra tickets to the Jay Holiday concert that turned out to be nothing but pretty
Okay.
much just a club. But I was like, yeah, it's a lot of women there, booty and all that stuff. But it was just one that caught my eye, that kept my eye, so to speak, that had my queen's type essence. The girl next door type with the body to match. But she had a guy. But I let her know that because it's like,
Now, let's pause on that real quick, because in that situation, there was an old coworker that was there of his. So
oh
he's
yeah,
there by himself. I'm not there. She doesn't know our situation. So in that moment, she could have been messy and said, I saw him at the club looking at other women, or let's just say he was talking to other women. She could have been like, he was talking to other women. Y'all still together. Ooh. She could have been messy. But because we're honest, open, transparent, direct, if she would have came to me on some messy crap, then I would have been like, yeah, I know. Yeah, we're still married. Again, yeah, I know. So there's nothing anyone can say. We have trust between the two of us. If he's going to tell me about the smallest things, or even tell me about the big things, I'm not worried about anything in between, because no one can come to me and say anything. And on the flip side, it would be the same for him. No one can say, "Oh, I saw her online commenting to some so and so, or she said this, or I heard that." There's
yeah.
no
Like
one.
like earlier yesterday, she said, "Oh, the guy tried to holler." I'm not there to stop it.
He didn't really try and holler. He was just trying to send that energy. Like, he didn't say anything.
He gave her the light skin eyes, the or whatever. But still, I'm not there. Even if she was in the same state, I'm not with her at that time. Just like you might not be with your man, your woman at that time.
So, and I really want to, like, there's a lot we can say. There's a lot we can say, but it's
And
because
it's
we're
hard and it's hard to stay on topic. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard to stay on topic because there is so much to say. But
I think eventually what I want to do is start bringing in other people once we really put our channel out there and people start questioning our choices in life and our lifestyle. I want to bring people in because then it'll make it even more interesting and easier to stay on topic. Right now, it's just the two of us. But trust stems from me personally being able to trust him is back to the foundation that we built based off of owning our shit, apologizing, and making amends.
Right.
That foundation that we built over a year ago, 2 years, almost 2 years ago,
Yeah.
um, that foundation that we built, and the thing that we left out, I believe, is so I had briefly mentioned like I was at that point I was done with dating. But no, at that point of us owning our shit and apologizing was me, let me try Facebook dating while he was currently in a relationship. He didn't lie to her. The woman knew that we were talking and having conversations, so he wasn't lying. I was shocked because again, I had started my spiritual journey, but it was before we owned our shit. So I was shocked that he was like, "Yeah, I've had conversations right in front of her with on the phone with you." What? I
Yeah.
was shocked
Because
because I didn't have that mindset at the moment. Like that's okay.
right, because we was talking purely about spiritual, and that wasn't something that she was up to into. And I told her, like, we talk about spiritual because that's not what you're into, and I'm not trying to tell you to divert or whatever. That's up to you. You know where I stand about religion and this and that and the other. But I'm talking to her about it because it just is,
And
Not
he was
to mention,
not even that he was talking. He was teaching me and giving me the resources to help me get through what I was going through. But in that process, I'm trying to date, he's currently dating. So we were legit when we got to that moment of, hey, let's heal ourselves and heal our past hurts that we've caused and inflicted on each other, was not for us to be together.
no, but it was a week long. It was a week long every day. It was a week long like talking and healing and hell, it was probably over a week because it
Yeah,
it started to really get deep. Like you would think deep, but this was a deep behind the stuff type deep,
yeah,
and it got to the point where when she was on the phone crying, uh, and we're talking, and she's like, "I'm not supposed to feel this way. I'm not either, but we're here." Little do you know, baby, I was tearing up with you because even though we wasn't there yet, I never wanted to ever see you hurt, and crying to me was a sign of hurt, you know. But I understood that it was pain that needed to be released and needed
yeah,
to be pain that's uncovered can never hurt. Think about that. Pain that's uncovered. We both during that week was uncovering pain. The only way you can heal from it and all that stuff is uncover it. Once you uncover it, you can know, you can see where what started, what caused it. You know, like you could get punched, but until you uncover the reason why you got punched, you can't heal from it.
yeah, yeah. So, and I see like when you just said that, it just made me think of Will Smith, that Will Smith situation
Mm-hmm.
of when he went and slapped Chris Rock.
Yeah.
And on that end is, why are you doing it and why is it being done?
Yeah.
So uncovering not just what looks like the obvious, but going deeper and deeper beyond that. Like you find the root of the problem, not the surface, not below the surface. You going to the tip of the root. And we did that. And so pulling, let's say you have weeds, you're planting something and you got these weeds that keep growing, and you may break off the stem of something and then it keeps growing back. When you pull out those roots, now it can't cause any more problems.
Gotta get to the root of the problem. Like she was saying earlier, like you're getting mad at them, your partner for leaving the toothpaste out, this and that. Where does it stem from? Oh, it might stem from the fact that he or she do not take accountability for them not picking up for themselves. You know what I'm saying? You really want them to pick up for themselves because you have a hard time or a lot on your plate to deal with. Again, a lot of women I understand have a lot to deal with when it comes to they're working. They're trying to get a bag. Not only that, they have kids. They're trying to keep the man unhappy, house clean, food, and all that stuff because it's the traditional, right? I
Mhm.
get that, and the woman might be upset with the man. Like all you do is come in and take your clothes off and leave it where it's at. Why don't you pick it up? Then it's starting to trickle. You leaving the soap in. Yes, you are, baby. You leaving soap where out of the dispenser or put the bar of soap back, toothpaste, toothbrush. Hell, my baby have an issue about people leaving an empty roll of tissue on the thing. If you love her enough, go ahead and say, hey, baby, I'm gonna do my best, but don't just do it. Make it a make it a everyday decision to do it, and then it'll be
Consistency.
it'll be normal. You'll always do it.
Yeah.
Just like when you grew up as a guy having to put the toilet seat down. You left it up. It's just, okay, now I put it down. Now for me, because I'm using the bathroom by myself, I leave it up because it's just me. But then when I see that it's down, I know somebody been using it. But even when I'm stutter, even when I'm with her, even though I do it here a lot, leaving the seat up, I am aware that I am in a queen's presence, and I'm not gonna do that. So then I'm gonna just pee in the hole, leave the seat down anyway. No.
Stop it. So, um, we went over 30 minutes. So, the one thing that I will say in that would be a takeaway from this is when you look at apologizing, you're doing it, you're not doing it necessarily for the other person. You're doing it for you. When we did it, it wasn't to make I wasn't, and this sounds bad, but it's just how where we were. We were doing it for us. It was almost like I selfishly have to apologize and release and let go. So, and we both said it was so that we could be better in our future relationships. We
Yeah,
didn't know that the future relationship was us.
right.
But in turn, yes, you're helping that other person too. It's I want you to be happy in you, because some people have this mindset. They're like, "Oh, I built him up for the next person to come along and reap all the benefits of what I did."
You did all that building of some. You say you did all that building of somebody else. Did you build yourself too?
No. Because if in that instance, you focused on the wrong thing and the wrong person. Oh, I did that for what about you?
Yep.
Like it I know for a fact people that I talk to are like she's not that happy. They're not that good. We don't I won't say we don't argue. We may have disagreements, we may have bad days where we're stressed and we're like, look, got to take 10, got to take 20, but they are few and far between because we've done so much healing and like I feel like the fact that we're on a spiritual journey, it's life is just like you sitting and doing yoga all day. You are just at complete peace.
Yeah. Like what? Because she talked to her friends a lot or whatever. What they don't understand is that, yo, like she said, when we have them stressful days, it's okay to be like, you know what? Yeah, let me call you back when I'm mentally able to deal. Right now, I'm like,
And those small moments that we've had in the last 2 years, like small moments, I don't even think maybe three in the last 2 years, maybe. And in those moments, though, you have to come back because we have both had moments where it was just like, look, we have to apologize. I apologize for how I was. I apologize for what I said because
mm,
that's for you and that person. But it's a lot of it is for you and this acknowledging I had a moment. Let me let all of that energy go.
we didn't let them roots grow into a full blown tree.
Nope.
We said, hey, we got some roots right now. You know what? Let's let's go to our mutual corners and go ahead, and whoever got them roots starting, let's go ahead and get the weed whack, the weed spray, and do
Hmm.
it out it. You know,
Yeah.
you might need to take a nap and wake up, on a better note. We don't go to sleep without each other every night. So it's like, yeah, I might be upset or whatever, but yeah, just as long as you better call me, and
Yeah.
we go ahead and sleep on the phone. You know,
And he's already told me. So back in the day, one of the things I did for a few months was sleep on the couch. I slept
yeah,
on the couch.
I hated that.
And because again, lack of communication, lack of understanding, lack of owning our own shit, not apologizing, we just wake up angry, whatever. This time around, he said, look, ain't you will not,
Oh yeah,
you will
I
not.
wish that nigga would.
But I don't even, because of where we are, I don't see it getting there. Like, because of the lifestyle that we're choosing to live, people are like, but what if he says, he loves someone else? How you gonna feel? You're gonna be hurt. When you get to a point where you enjoy seeing someone else happy, and you know that love within your dynamic is going around, I'm no, no, no. When the time comes that there is a third person on this screen, if we choose to I don't see why not, but I see a lot of people, that's another whatever. But when there's a third person in this picture, that person will fit perfectly into what we've already built. That energy is going to align with what we already have. And so if we're already good and I enjoy seeing him happy and he enjoys seeing me happy, then it's going to be the same for that person. They're going to enjoy seeing us happy. And so it's not going to be any jealousy, spitefulness, whatever. If he goes and says, I found this outfit that fits her body type perfect, I'm not gonna be like, well, what about me? I
Like
just
I'm. Go ahead, finish.
I just don't feel like I'm not, I don't have that energy in me. I just don't. Like,
We gonna have that type of energy because it's like one thing that she knows about me about with the third person is like I tell her like to be for you to be able to know without a doubt that a female friend that you could go kick it with and whatnot that really truly has your back. Not saying that her friends don't. I don't think they have her back like I would want them to have her back. I'm gonna just say it like that. Um, why? Because they're too engulfed in making sure their relationship, whether it's good, toxic, whatever, is more important than their friends, and as well it should. But if my queen is out and about with you, it's like me giving my kid, and I'm not saying she's my kid, but give you some type of perspective. When you take your kid to school, you expect the teachers to have your kid's best interests at heart. That's all I'm saying. Like if my baby is out there with her friends, I'm expecting them to have her best interests at heart. Oh, we met somebody, so we gonna go here. Well, my baby don't want to go there because y'all are going there to go ahead and probably smoke, drink, do drugs, hell, have an orgy. If she ain't down for that, she came with y'all. Now I gotta get up and go get her. Why?
yeah, I thought about something. That situation actually happened to someone else in the circle, not
Uh,
me. And they
wow.
were in a whole nother state. And the
Yeah,
person was
see,
like, I'm stuck.
yeah, see, that ain't cool. I'd be pissed off.
So yeah, you gotta know what type of time your friends is on. But anyways, so needless to say, to wrap up this video, um, apologizing is, if you want a strong foundation, you have to be accountable for self. You cannot point the finger and say, well, he didn't do this. He didn't say this. You blah 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 blah. Let him worry about him over there and what he is or is not doing, because that's his own energy that he got to deal with. But if you continue to be healed over here, own your shit, acknowledge it, make apologize, that person's going to look at you like they cannot affect you.
And that energy can only transform, not transform. Well, yeah,
Yes.
that energy can only transform that negative energy into positive. Because okay, if I'm seeing her apologize for the root, but I'm in my stuff, after a while, it's only gonna be like, you know what? If I see my baby doing, I might as well go ahead and make sure that I'm apologizing also for the root cause that I started.
And that's kind of what it was. That's kind of how we got to here. One person owned, oh, well, you know what? Let me apologize for what I did in that situation because I was wrong.
Yeah.
And then it goes back and forth. But another example similar to that, where you focus on you and you keep that wall of positive energy up and it can't penetrate the negative. We, blended family. His ex-wife was constantly just doing whatever stuff, saying whatever stuff, sending negative text messages. And I said to him, I said, respond back with God bless you. And he kept doing that. She couldn't argue with it. And
Mm.
over time, she started to leave us alone.
But then she started to try to use the same thing on me. God bless you. And it's like, what? I'm keeping it about the kids. You trying to take it somewhere else that's not. It don't work the same way. But also, what got us again? Shout out to comedic centered living. When we took the so-called big G out of it,
Yeah.
the healing connected so much better.
Yeah. And that's something that we're gonna, I don't have it on the list, but I think to each their own. But
Yeah, if it helps you, if religion helps you, keep doing it.
when I
It didn't do
understood,
so much good for us.
when I, even in the first couple of weeks of me making my transition into spirituality, and I was asking my king, like, this guy has on his profile spiritual, but then he has all these things that he's saying, or, his picture says this. My king was like, yeah, no, that's someone that's confused. That's not spirituality.
And no, I wouldn't say it to her right away because let's say, for instance, again, like that one, they had the book. I looked the book up. Nah, yeah. Okay, they got a board or something on the sign. I looked that up. Yeah, no. They say one thing and they're taking a picture or whatever. But what's that behind? Kind of like how when we was in church, the pastor, I see you, but I want to see the spirit behind you.
Yeah.
So
So,
the spirituality that we was going through and learning or whatever, yeah, it didn't line up with what we was. It was still a religious belief. You
yeah.
can say you're spiritual and you're still in religion. Two different things.
Yeah. Um,
We need to wrap it up soon.
yeah, yeah. So again, and if you personally want to talk to either one of us about how we got to the point of, I mean, I wish that we can go back to that moment of even recording those moments, or, had screenshots to really see, like, we were deep in owning our apologizing, and owning being accountable. It was deep. And if you are at a place where you're like, how do I get there? How can I apologize to him for him cheating on me? Because that's deep.
Yeah, and again, it's getting to the root.
You get to the root, because why did he cheat? What's lacking? What's missing? And then you really see, oh, he'll say, because you don't hear me, you don't see me, you make me feel a certain way. And then
Kind of
you
like,
have to step back and say, how do I treat you? How do I talk to you? How do I see you? Do I treat you like I don't respect you? Do I do because you're not bringing in enough money, because I'm working hard, I don't respect you? Am I belittling you? Am I talking to you like a 5-year-old? I apologize.
hmm
Now you got to the root of why he's cheating, and it had nothing to do with another woman. I mean, it yeah, he found another woman to make him feel good, but that's a small fix. He really wants you. Because he's not leaving you. He really wants you, but he needs someone to see him,
hmm
to respect him.
like
No,
that
I'm not
video.
bringing in $1,000 check, but I'm here to help you the best I can with
hmm
what I got.
Yeah, and believe me, I was bringing home $75 checks, and we was there. Um, yeah, but like that video that I sent you on a Snapchat or whatever, it was like you heard the man say, "I feel like I'm being seen and heard," and
Yeah,
that kept the relationship solidified when he's out on tour. Like I
Yeah.
gotta go. So
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I am your girl. Talk about it's Kina. That is the king, iconic. And again, if you guys want to talk to us, you want to talk to a man's perspective or a woman's perspective,
hit
comment
us up in the
below.
comments.
Yep, hit us up. For now, we are Jupiter's love. Don't ground your love.
Make it out of this world.
All right, guys.